A coalition of civil society organizations has called on the federal government to account for persons missing and dead through acts of conflict across the country. They make this call during a press conference in commemoration of the 7th National Day of Mourning for victims of mass atrocities in Abuja. Participant at the event says there is need to have a clear idea of numbers of victims of all acts of criminality in the country, as it would help government efforts to keep citizens safe.
We, the undesigned civil society organizations, in commemoration of the 2024 National Day of Mourning, reiterate our call to the government under the direction of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to fulfill its constitutional duty of ensuring the security and well-being of the Nigerian people, account for the missing and the dead, and ensure justice for the various forms of mass atrocities across the country. Nigeria ranked 144 out of 163 countries on the Global Peace Index in 2024. Sandwiched between countries in active warfare, and 5th on the Global Conflict Index, ranking as extremely vulnerable to conflict. Our records show that at least 4,416 people were killed and at least 434 were abducted in incidents of mass atrocities across the country. These numbers do not account for the regular crimes of armed robbery and other forms of crimes within that range. State security personnel have also continued to fall victim to the violence, with at least 262 security personnel killed in active duty across the country in the past year. These numbers include 110 military and 126 police officers. We amplify Nigerians' demands that the government fulfill its constitutional obligation to ensure the security and well-being of every Nigerian.
The government address the gaping inequalities, the gaping socio-economic inequalities that are exacerbating violent crimes across the country. In particular, the government should prioritize providing quality education for all, infrastructure for unserved communities, and opportunity leverages for the indigent and marginalized. Our third demand is that the government acts humanely towards internally displaced people across the country and communities affected by insecurities as stipulated in Section 17 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Our fourth demand is that the government prioritize providing better welfare services, including psychosocial support for our gallant security personnel who daily deal with the trauma of being on the front lines.
If nobody has told President Tinubu that he is failing at this point at the celebration of his 1-year anniversary in government, we, the collective civil society organizations of Nigeria, are telling him that he has not only failed, he has exhibited crass irresponsibility. And is it because that we run a presidential federalist system of government where you are guaranteed 4 years? So when you do anything you can do to capture that power and you are sworn in as president, you care less about your responsibility? If nobody can tell him, we, the third sector of representing the Nigerian people, are telling him that we are not satisfied, we are not deceived by the antics of governance, by the sweet talk of those who run government for themselves, forgetting the principal and primary responsibility of governance.